Hello singers, just slightly further back today because we're going to do breathing, and what I want is for you to be able to focus on your tummy. So if it's comfortable enough for you to stand, I would recommend that you do this standing up because we're doing SPLAT breathing today, and it's much easier to feel what's happening, this particular one, if you're standing. Obviously if you need to, you can sit and do this. It's much more difficult to feel lying down, this particular bit of breathing, so sit up if standing's one thing too much for you today. And we're just going to breathe out. So what we're starting to do gradually is to be active on our out breath and relaxed or letting or allowing on our in breath. So just breathe out, push the air out. See if you can make a little bit of sound on that. And then just let the breath in. That's probably made you yawn. Have a nice big old yawn. We're not really too worried about what's happening up here just now, although what we want is for our in breath to be in through the mouth. So you might find that you're used to doing it through your nose if you've done Pilates or yoga breathing or other sorts of stuff. But see if you can breathe out and in through your mouth for the duration. And I'll just say now, if you because it's breathing focused, if you start to feel a bit lightheaded, please stop, pause the video, have a wee sit down, because it depends what's happening in your body today, how that feels. So a little bit of a diamond with your hands there. And I'm putting them around my belly button. So my belly button's around the middle there, and I'm just putting them there. And this is just so I can feel a bit of the out breath that I'm hearing on the out breath there, that I can feel the push from lower down. So you're active on the out breath. And don't worry about the other bit just now. What you're noticing is that you're pushing in from your whole abdominal set on the way, which is pushing the air out. Okay, so and again. Great, and you can maybe see that my gone in there, and then when I let the breath go, it's a splat. It's a total bleh. So that's why we call it SPLAT breathing. It stands for singers please loosen abdominal tension. So you're really feeling the effort from down here. Just make sure you've not done that with your shoulders. Just have a little roll actually to let that loosen. Okay, so we're going to push the air out. When you think you've emptied your lungs, you're letting this bit just go. Splat. So don't let your whole spinal skeletal system go. You're letting that be relaxed. You're just letting your belly. And what that splat is it's just all of your organs getting out of the way so that your lungs can fill from the bottom up, which is crucial. And I thought it was important to do it just at this time because there's obviously a respiratory illness going around, and one of the really useful things to practice when you've not, or indeed if you do get the COVID, is to keep on concentrating on breathing down and letting the breath in, rather than doing that quite active breathing that comes up into here, that sort of breathing that just comes into here. What we want is to get as much oxygen down to here as possible. So show me that diamond again. Just for as long as it goes, just push the air out, and when you think you're empty, just squeeze a tiny bit more out and then splat. Okay, so we're focusing on the splat now, the at the other ends. And what that happens is the belly relaxes, it creates a vacuum, and the air will come in of its own accord. So try not to slow it down with anything up here. That's why we're letting it in through the mouth, because it's obviously a bigger space than the nostrils there. So just one more of those. Whenever you think you're empty, just squeeze a wee bit more and then let it go. Great. As I often say, the bigger belly, better singer. That's true. Okay. Right, so we're just going to give a shh, 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 a little bit of a pulse this time on a shh. So you're still feeling the same thing. You're feeling the effort on the out breath here and a total splat on the way in. So we're going shh, shh, shh. Okay, so it was just 2 pulses and then a hold, and then of course splat. So 2 pulses. Shh, shh, shh. Ready for your splat. Okay, lovely. Just take a moment to recover. We're going to do that same action again. 2 pulses and a hold on so a snake sound. Okay, so you're still feeling the same thing. Effort on relax. And whenever you're ready for the splat, just let it go. Okay, one more of those. Hopefully you're starting to feel it in here just now. And just whenever you're ready, go for as long as your body needs to. Total splat, relax. Okay, great. So we're going for a V sound, and we feel like you're revving an engine, like you're revving a motorbike, and you're probably feeling the buzz up there. But hopefully you're still feeling this support system down here. And whenever you run out of breath, total splat. So really feel that rev. One more set of revs, and don't stop and breathe and kind of top up your breath. Just go for as long as the revs go for, and then total splat. So just in fact, just have a yawn. You might probably feel it up here. You might have felt just a little bit more down here. Oh, that was good. I enjoyed that. Ooh. Okay. So we're revving on a V sound until we run out of breath, and then it's a nice relaxed splat. Okay, hopefully you're starting to feel, I'm really feeling that up here, which is the line of my diaphragm, or the line of your diaphragm, which attaches to the bottom of the rib. So this is the big muscle that needs to be strong, 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 control, talking, singing, all of that stuff, and then totally relaxed. It's the thing that the splat allows. Okay, so on that V sound, we're just going to do a little pulse and hold on a note. So again, we're still being aware of the same system, the strength hold and the splat relax for the in-breath, but we're going okay, so just find a note that feels comfortable for you. And it's that same thing. We're going pulse, pulse, hold, and just for as long as it comes, and then total splat relax. So although what you're feeling is the strength and the control on the out breath, the real focus of this exercise is the splat, is the release at the end of it. So just have another little wriggle. It's lovely. Okay, so it's splat, and just do that for the length of time that's right for you. So try some different notes, try some higher ones, some lower ones. Remembering that splat. When it comes one more. Okay, great. So the last one is a siren on V. So a siren is just a slow glide up and down. Sounds like a siren. And we're just going to go just until you run out of breath, and then splat. Again, focus on the siren, but remember that really the main point of this exercise is the splat in between. So just check you're not getting too tense, especially that you're not looking too closely at whatever screen you're looking at. Just in fact, just have a little roll there of your neck, nice and soft, not going to the end of your range of movement at all, just keeping it well within there, and have a little yawn and a breathe. Oh, this is the last bit. We're just going to do this. Oh, starting to warm up now. And we're doing the nice slow siren. So if it's comfortable to keep your hands there and keep a sense of what's happening, you can. But if you're ready to have your arms hang loose, please do that. Great. So just go for as long as you need to, but go until you really feel like you've emptied your lungs. Okay, we'll just do two more rounds of that with a splat at the end, and then we're done. Perfect. So hopefully that didn't make you too lightheaded and dizzy, and you can obviously play with those exercises. They're quite good whilst the kettle's boiling, sort of a as long as you remember that nice relaxed splat at the end of it. Okay, enjoy. See you next week.